Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have a company or a brand that just recently launched at Ulta. As far as I'm aware, I can only find this at Ulta on the website or in stores, at least in my store. It was fully stocked and I honestly was the very first person to swatch quite a few of these products. And of course I had to try out the eye products, the eyeshadows, eye creams, anything to do with basically an eyeshadow concept. Just from understanding and looking at the brand and looking at everything that she has a full line of everything you can think of. You can buy everything from this line and be able to do a full face. She has brows, concealers, powders, lip products, what else did I see on there? Eyeshadow products, lip glosses, lip liner. So anything you can think of that you can do a full face, you can do with this line. Now the packaging or the pricings on these are mid-range. I wouldn't say it's super expensive, but I'm not saying it's cheap. It's on the higher end, but I would say it's comparable to like Smashbox, where the lipsticks are like $19, $20. The eyeshadows are between $19 to $22, so it's not so bad. It's not really a very, very high-end expensive line, so it is reasonable. It's in the middle. I'll just say that, it's in the middle. So all of her packaging has this pretty purple metallic gunmetal kind of color. All of her products look like this, so you could tell that this is her. This is just straight how it is, and this is what her name looks like on these. So as you can see, I purchased the Radiant Aqua Eye Veils, and I also purchased 2 of her Artist Eyeshadow Quads. So I'm going to start off with the eyeshadow quad. So I picked up 2 of them. This is what the packaging looks like. It is not a push. It looks like it has like a little button to push, but it isn't. Oh, I'm sorry about my nails. I tried to take them off and I just haven't had a second, so I'm sorry. But anyway, so the packaging is really cute. It is magnetic, so it does not have that push button, which I do appreciate. It is a nice, decent packaging. It's not cheaply made, and it doesn't feel lightweight. It doesn't feel like a cheap plastic. It has some weight to it, but it's not super heavy, at least these eyeshadows. So when you open it up, you do get a mirror in the packaging, which is really, really nice. And then you do get these double-ended sponges, which I can care less about, but I wanted to show you. One of them is pointed, if you care to know. One's pointed, one is just a flat thing. So if you're in a pinch, I guess you can use them. So the quads, if you look at them, all she has is quads. I did not see any singles as far as eyeshadows. There were 6 to 8 different colors. Each of these quads cost $28. So it's not very expensive, but it's about, what, $7 an eyeshadow. So it's not too bad. So if you could tell from these eyeshadows, you could see that these have a very similar look to Tom Ford eyeshadow. So that's the first thing that came into my mind. I'm like, oh, I missed on Honeymoon. Let me see if any of these are similar to it or they work the same way. So I've only been able to use, to be honest with you, I've only been able to use this one. I am going to use the other quad tomorrow. But as far as this one's called Topanga. So this is like your nice burgundy, I could see this being an everyday type of color. It's really nice, fall, winter appropriate. You do get one complete matte, a satin finish, and then, yeah, like, I think this burgundy one has more of a sheen to it, but this one is your matte right here, and then these 2 right here are more of your satin finishes. So I'm going to swatch these for you, and you could see these on my hands. So here are the swatches of all 4 of the eyeshadows. They are nice and pigmented, and they seemed very soft to the touch, but you do get fallout with these. You do get powdery kick up when you do put your brush in them. And I'm going to be honest with you, the mattes in here are very patchy. When you swatch them, they're super patchy. Like this is right here, the matte one right here. It's very patchy, and it's a very powdery, so it's not as good as your Tarte Amazonian clay, like your tartlet kind of matte eyeshadow. Those are amazing. These, they're not that great, but I did put this one on my crease, and I'll tell you what, when you first apply it, it looks very patchy. I was just like, no. It looked very patchy, and it looked like it skipped a lot on my eyes. And all I was doing is barely putting it on my eyelids. But when I grabbed the fluffy brush and then blended it out, it really did blend out very nicely. But I will say that when I blended it out, it kind of blended away some of the color. So I had to build it up again and then keep blending it out, if that makes any sense. So am I a fan of the mattes? No. There is one quad that has 3 out of 4 mattes that I really, really wanted. I think it was called Earthly. But as soon as I swatched it, I knew that it was going to be patchy and they're kind of dry. So I didn't go for that particular quad, but I can see that one being the way that this one was, where I put it on, it skipped, and then when I blended out, it blended out nice, but it blended away some of the color. So that's what I have to say about this one. The other one that I did pick up was called Canyon. This is a beautiful one. I figured I'd pick one fall and one summer kind of color. So this is the one for my summer looks, obviously. This one came with 3 nice shimmery shades and then 1 matte. The matte one is right here, and it's a beautiful transition color, so I do like them. This was very, very warm tone, just like the other one. Here's the swatches of Canyon. As you can see, it's really, really pretty. This one's definitely my favorite out of the 2. And I do like the fact that I have 3 shimmers and 1 matte. So the shimmer shades is what caught my attention. They are soft, they are very pigmented, and the matte one is right there. I'm not flicking you guys off, but the matte one is right there. As you can see, it's kind of patchy, and it's not as pigmented as I'd like it to be. So again, I have a feeling that all mattes throughout all the quads are going to be the same. So my final verdict on these eyeshadow quads, they're not my favorite formulation. They are definitely not a dupe for the Tom Ford. I personally don't own any, but I hear amazing things on them, and these are okay. They're not the worst, but they're not the best. The mattes, I'm so disappointed on. I wish that the mattes performed just as nicely as the shimmer shades did. I don't think I will pick up any more quads from this line. I'm gonna stick to these 2. I do like how these 2 perform, and these 2 are probably the ones that I will use the most out of all 6 or 8 quads that came out. And I don't know, I wasn't blown away by these. So if there's maybe one you like, get it. If not, you can skip out on these. Now, the other product that I did pick up, and I am also wearing on my eyes today, is called the Radiant Aqua Eye Veils. These I kept seeing and and I'm like, no, I'm not going to get any more of these. I just recently picked up the pure ones with the sifter in it that I did a tutorial on. I'm like, I don't need these, I don't need these, I don't need these. But then something told me, try out the tester and see how you like it. And I was blown away. Now, these are $22 a piece, which is pretty expensive for these. But I believe for what you're getting in the Josie Maran watercolors and also the pure mineral ones, these are probably in the same range as far as pricing goes, so they're not super expensive. But there is a similar product at the drugstore, but unfortunately it just recently discontinued. But I'm going to show it to you guys anyway. If you do have it in your collection and you feel like you don't need these, maybe keep the ones that are discontinued if you have any of those, or if you could find them on sale, I would get those. So this is what the packaging looks like of these. These are very heavy. These are glass. These are glass. You get 0.16 ounces of product in here. So you do get a decent amount of product in these, and you really only need the tiniest bit to make this go so far. Like, seriously, I barely put any on my eyelids right now, and I used one eye with a finger and one eye with a flat synthetic brush like this, and I got the same exact results both ways. So it doesn't matter if you use a brush or you use your finger, it works completely the same. And I'm touching this and Nothing is coming off on my fingers. I have nothing on top of this, and all I have is a primer at the bottom. But why these surprised me and why these blew me away is I swatched it, and it took seconds for the product to dry, and it took me so long to get those suckers off while I was at Ulta. Like, I had a huge swatch on my hand. I could not get that thing off. It was so amazing how quickly it dried and how soft, and it felt like my skin. It didn't feel like I had any eyeshadow on my eyes. So that's why I love these. I love these. So there are 6 colors. I had to get all 6. I'm sorry. I'm trying to be good with that, but these I knew I was gonna love. So there are 6 colors. I'm gonna swatch all 6 colors for you guys. But before I do, I'm gonna show you, you twist off the actual packaging, and then it has this stopper here, and you lift up the stopper, and this is what the product looks like. You see how it's like a moussey texture? So it's not liquidy. It's not as liquidy as the watercolors from Josie Maran or the pure eye coat base things. I forget what they're called. They're not that liquidy. These are super, they're like mousse. So I only used that little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell. You see where you see black on there? That's all that I use for both eyes. Like, this is serious. So that's what the actual packaging looks like. Obviously, you would keep that in there and then close it up. So I'm going to swatch these for you, and you can see them for yourselves. Before I show you the swatches, I will tell you that 2 shades are a little bit more runny than the 4 remaining ones. And they're, I think these are meant to be like your matte form ones. If you can see here, look. See how that like kind of looks more whipped and more runny? So this one's a lot more creamier, which is the lighter based one. And then also this brown one seems to be that way as well. As you could see, like, it's a lot more runny than the other ones are. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So if you feel like you got something, or if you purchase certain colors and you feel like they're not the same consistency, those are the only 2 out of the 6 that I felt were more of a whipped and thinner consistency than the other ones, but they still perform nicely. So wait till you see these swatches. Look at this. Oh my God. This excites me. Okay, so I'm gonna start out by telling you the first one right here is Arrow. Oh, one of my favorites. The next one here is called Galaxy. Look at that color. Oh my gosh. My number 1 favorite, which is this one called Hudson. Oh my gosh. The one that I'm wearing on my eyes, which is called Baltic. These 2 are the runny ones, so I put them at the end for you. I think you say this one Hyperion. Hyperion. I think that's how you say that one. And then the last one is called Outpost, which is your brown here. I'll put them this way so you guys can see them better. So Arrow, Galaxy Way, I'm sorry, this is Galaxy Way, Hudson, Baltic, Hyperion, and Outpost. Can you, oh my gosh, you guys have to see these like up close. Look at that. Oh my goodness. And this is using the smallest amount on my finger. The smallest. This is the only one I would say would have to be, look, it's already dry. Look at this. It's already, all these are already dry. Like, you get a little, and these feel so soft. Soft to the touch. Like, seriously, these dry super quick. You don't need that much. This is these 2 right here would be the both that I would say you would need to really build up. In person, you could see this one's a little bit patchy. Right there, can you tell? Like right there. But it is buildable. All of these, with the exception, it's kind of tricky with these, because in natural light you could see glitter and shimmer. If you follow me on Instagram or Snapchat, I did post these, this one, and this one on there, and you could see the glitter in them. But in artificial lighting, you really can't tell if there is some sort of, and it's not even glitter, it's like a sheen, like this nice glowiness. I can't even describe it because it's not glitter particles at all. There is no fallout. There is no glitter particles in these. It's more of like this metallic-y, shimmery look. It's so beautiful. These were a hit for me, hands down. Total hit for me. These are worth it for me. I love these. I had to go back and get the last two that I did not get. I can see me using these a lot. And I'm going to tell you something with these. It's so hard for me to find something of this consistency without it creasing on my eyes. I am going to show you an alternate to these that look very similar in packaging, look very similar in consistency, and have the same color payoff. But on my eyes, even with a primer, they still crease like crazy. I cannot use these alone. I have to use these as a base to enhance a color. With these, I don't need that. I do not need, these can be completely worn alone and the pigmentation is there. You blend them out and they're still nice and opaque is what I like about these. Also, the other ones that do this for me would be the Pure ones, the Eye Coat ones, and the Josie Maran ones. Those are my top three when it comes to these type of products so far. These are another ones that I absolutely love. Oh my gosh, and I love the color range that she did pick out. Now the alternate that I'm talking about, these have been discontinued, but if you do own them or if you find them at your local Walmart on sale, you can also get these. These are the Flower Beauty Color Play Cream Eyeshadow. So this is what the packaging looks like on these. These you would get 0.12 ounces, and these range between $7 to $10 a piece. I can't honestly remember what it was, but I know it was no less than 7 and no more than 10 per each one. I have a feeling it may have been $10 a piece. So no particular color, I'm just showing you. It also has the glass packaging. It has the top you twist off, and it has the actual cap. But this one is definitely more of a drier, more moussey texture formula. So this one right here is called Time Willow Tell. So this is what this one looks like. These, I would say, are the closest to this. See how that? These are the closest, but these you have to build up. They're not as opaque with one swatch like this. Like seriously, that's the green compared to this green. These are not that opaque, and these crease on my eyes. These will crease on my eyes. I have to use these as a base. So this is what I would say is my dupe. I don't want to say dupe. I'm going to call it an alternate. These are my step-ins. So if you have these are kind of similar to this as far as the texture, the packaging. These had more of a color range. I think they had like 10 different colors. These only have 6, and these were 10 versus these that are $22. So that's my alternate if you do not want to spend the $22 on these. So overall, my suggestion, my recommendation, my opinion on these is I actually prefer these, which are called, let me get this right, the Radiant Aqua Eye Veils. I prefer these over the quads. These are the Artist Eyeshadow Quads. I definitely pick these over these. Obviously, these are not for everyone. I do understand that some people just don't like to put their fingers in pots. If you are picky with the Maybelline color tattoos, you're probably not going to like these because you don't want to stick your finger in anything. I don't mind. I love my color tattoos. I love these type of products, especially because these can be packed on your eye but then blended up before they dry, and it could be a one shadow or one eye product look. Super easy, super quick for the summertime, especially when I try to not wear as much eyeshadow and as much eye products. I tend to, you know, leave it more of a natural look. So I do like these for it. I do like the packaging. I don't feel like they're that expensive, but they could be. I completely understand. So that is my review on these new Fiona Stiles eye products. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are wanting to purchase any of the products, let me know in the comment section below. I love to hear your thoughts. Maybe if there is something in the line that you guys want me to try out, I'd be more than happy to do that. It is fairly new, so I haven't seen many reviews on this line. I have swatched quite a few of their products, so I kind of have an idea, like the illuminating powder. They have bronzer, they have 2 bronzers, they have about 6 to 8 different blushes that I did test out. So if you guys want me to get anything else, let me know in the comment section so I can do that as a priority. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are new to my channel, welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe. There's a little heart right here. You see that little heart right there to subscribe? Hit that right there and you can just go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you did like it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want me to use any of these products in a tutorial, I think I'm going to do my next filming session. I want to do a let's talk tutorial where I'm talking to you guys. I haven't done that in a while. So if you guys want me to use these products, let me know in the comment section. I'll be more than happy to do that for you guys. Thank you again for all of your support. I will catch you guys in my next video. And don't forget that a smile is the best makeup a girl can wear.